And welcome back to the WHHI-TV Daily News. With me now is Mayor Alan Perry. And Mayor, we had, a little somebody come to visit last week named Debby, and I think we might want to talk a little bit about that today.
Yeah, so, boy, were we fortunate. Debby came through and what was expected didn't happen. So we should all be counting our blessings that we didn't have 30 inches of rain. But
absolutely.
We still had anywhere between any given area between 15 to 18 inches of rain.
I mean, and that is a significant number. That is not something to just blink at. And I know you obviously were at the forefront, declared a state of an emergency. Talk to us a little bit about, and I will say, I noticed, and everything that I'm hearing out and about is that you guys did a fantastic job with communication. So tell us a little bit about how you set up for that and how you really went about communicating with us throughout the storm.
Sure. So we've learned over the years that if we're going to be effective, we've got to have a very effective communications campaign. And so there's a group of people behind all that, including myself. And that is just to make certain that we're putting out the information that the public needs. And not going to the hearsays or the rumors. Right. Here's the fact. And that was really important throughout the entire process, whether it's coming from myself and Tom Dunn together, who's the emergency manager, or if it's coming from the town or any other source, valid source. So we worked really hard to keep that message out there. As things changed, we updated as much as we could. And, we've got to go with what we're told. So, there was some pushback that, it was just a rain event. Well, yes, it was just a rain event, but it was also a lot of rain.
Right.
So having that proper communication out there is really key. And it puts everybody else at ease a little bit.
Absolutely, it does. And as you said, I mean, it was just a rain event, but I mean, had we really gotten 30 inches, that's a lot more than just a small rain event. So obviously a lot of preparation went into that. Talk to us a little bit about the aftermath and what areas of the island were affected the most. Sure. And also, are people still saying, hey, are you guys open for business? Are people from out of town not really knowing what's going on?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, it's important to note that we pumped out over 265 million gallons of water.
Wow.
Based off of that 15 inches. And we, it's recorded. So that's a tremendous amount of rain and water that was moved out. And had we not been able to do that, we would have seen a much greater impact into some areas. So we know that Bay Pines is an issue, that the headlands on the north end is somewhat of an issue. There's some repetitive loss areas. There were trees down on homes. There was some flooding that took place. But we have taken note of really where that flooding did take place. So now we're going to address it. We've got a list that we're compiling right now that should be completed in the next 7 days. And then we'll work with the county as well to make certain that the storm drains are clean. Some of them are ours, some of them are the county's.
Okay.
So we've got to work together to make certain that we're able to get more water out. So had it been 30, I'm not sure what would have happened. But it is important to know that, as you mentioned, that minor cleanup that needed to take place. We're back open for business. We're accepting our guests with open arms, and we're really looking forward to a great fall.
For sure. And, maybe a little less mugginess coming up here soon. We've got just under a minute left. So talk to us about moving through, because we are just really in mid-August. And of course, our season goes through November. So what things are you going to now adjust from Debby moving forward to be prepared again?
Sure. So, this is the first real events we've had since Matthew and Irma. And to really be able to test the systems now with a Debby kind of gave us some insight as to what we need to go back and readdress and improve upon. And, not just us, but also Pound Electric and the PSDs. Right. After Matthew, Pound Electric came in and raised some of their transmission boxes up higher out off the ground because all our power lines are buried. And that made a huge difference with, reduced power outages. So it's not just us, it's everybody reassessing what has been done in the past and how to make certain that we're better off in the future.
Well, thank you so much for being here today, and thank you for the work you did last week with Debby. We really appreciate all the communication.
Thank you so much.
And we'll be back in just a moment, so don't go away.